For Brittney Griner.
Home. Brittney is home.
Well, you happy, but a lot of people not happy.
I don't care if people not happy. Her partner and her family,
We'll
they
talk
happy.
about it. We'll talk about it.
You're not gonna make everybody happy,
Right. But there's good and bad on it. I'll do the positive and the negative because I see the negative too.
And you know what?
But I'm more positive than
the
negative.
thing about
but
that,
I do see the
but
negative.
Aside from the negative,
yeah,
the thing that we got to understand, is Putin.
It's a lot of stuff going on.
Released her.
Right.
So we're not gonna stand there and go, oh no.
Exactly.
Oh no. What do you want?
And
What's
then
going
there's
on?
a lot of stuff going on. He fell down the stairs and pooped his pants. Remember that? It's a lot of stuff going on. So he's if you fall down the stairs and poop your pants, you would let her go. I'm done.
Shoot, I have no reason to keep her. But no, then again, if you let my friend,
no, but he probably thinks
criminal man.
He probably thinks somebody put a hex on him or something.
I don't know, because he may need him to continue to fight with Ukraine.
But he's got bad luck going, so he probably like, I don't need this in my life. Let that black girl go. Get her out of here.
So pros and cons, you can kiss the cons goodbye. Brittney she gonna kiss the ground when she get off that plane.
Yeah. But we'll talk about it. We'll go more in detail with it. But and I'll do the pros and the cons.
Okay.
The pros and the cons.
I'm ready for the cons because I'm ready to just
it's a lot, and it's black people. That the white people I expect, but black people, y'all should be quiet.
What?
Even if you
what are the Negroes saying?
Because if it was your cousin Eddie, y'all would be letting everybody go to let him out.
You know what?
Y'all be up there.
No, Putin. Keep her.
Y'all be up there.
We don't really need her back.
Y'all be wearing tie-dye shirts talking about free Leroy. And y'all mad that Brittney Griner.
Y'all let Brittney back. Free my cousin Pookie.
And then they'll say stuff like they'll be all on Facebook talking about they let this arms dealer go. They don't even know nothing about. They have no clue of what's going on. They just know that somebody told them that you're supposed to be mad that this black girl is out,
and don't even know why.
And your country is arms dealers.
Thank you.
So if you got something against people that's the criminal doing arms dealing. I remember in college, we marched with the Iran-Contra deal. People don't even remember that.
People get amnesia on those kind of topics.
As many guns and stuff that we've done. Yeah. So get out of here with all of that. But I could go. I can see.
You gotta tell me the list, okay?
I can see both ways.
Let's hear what.
I'll give people both sides of the story.
That's true, because we gotta hear. Our show gives both sides. We try not to be one-sided.
I'm one-sided on black people.
And we may talk about you if you are on the other side.
I am one-sided with black people. No black person should be saying, even if you feel like she should.
It's like the OJ trial. We don't care.
Right.
But we care.
But no, I'm saying even if you don't feel like she should have got out.
Okay.
As a black person.
Don't say it.
Just shut up.
Yeah.
Especially on social media.
Yeah.
Just be quiet.
I really want to hear what the other
y'all
people are
smile,
saying.
and I always bring this up. Cookouts.
Okay.
Y'all do fake smiles and hugs at cookouts.
Yo, you invited to the cookout.
You can do it on social media.
Talk about them behind.
So even though in your mind you thinking, why did they let
the cookout?
Why they let her out and didn't let this man out that's the merchant of death and all this stuff. But in what you say out loud is, hey girl, what's up? Where you been?
And then you talk about her when she walks.
So I'm pulling some
or
black
people mad
cards.
about the Marine guy still there, Paul.
Well, that is wrong too.
But think about it. He's a military guy.
Yeah,
they're gonna see him a little different than a basketball player. Come on.
And Putin fell down the stairs and pooped his pants. It's a lot of stuff going on here that y'all don't know behind the scenes. Okay. But go ahead. What's this?
Okay. This is Biden announcing.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
How long we got to listen to this?
Well,
all right.
Let's see what he said.
So I spoke with Brittney Griner. She's safe. She's on a plane. She's on her way home. After months of being unjustly detained in Russia, we never forgot about Brittney. We've not forgotten about Paul Whelan, who's been unjustly detained in Russia for years. This was not a choice of which American to bring home. For totally illegitimate reasons, Russia is treating Paul's case differently than Brittney's. And while we have not yet succeeded in securing Paul's release, we are not giving up.
All right.
And then, of course, her
and
partner.
she mentioned Paul. which was good because she could have just been like, well, I don't care about Paul.
I'm happy for my family.
And she also said, Brittney and I will continue to fight for him and other
Sarah
Americans
made a good point.
Come.
She said,
it's not like they're going to forget about him.
She said, I didn't know Paul. And Brittney's situation shed light on Paul.
Exactly.
So people are like, Paul's there too?
Exactly.
Who's Paul?
Nobody even knew who the hell Paul was.
Let's root for Paul.
Thank you. Now, hold on. That's why I'm getting ready to talk about this on both sides.
Go ahead.
Half you people that are out there talking about Paul, you didn't even know who Paul was. Until Brittney got, and they gonna talk about, oh, they gonna trade her a basketball player, and he's a Marine. Where were you at when before Brittney got caught? Paul been there for 4 years.
Yes.
Where's all this hype at?
4 years.
I didn't hear y'all when Paul was first captured 4 years ago.
Longer than, and then
you didn't even know about Paul until Brittney was caught.
Sonny brought up that there was another.
Why y'all some haters?
There was another young lady found way before Brittney that had a lot more conscious.
Y'all some haters.
Lot more drugs on her. She was only detained for 2 months.
Yeah, thank you.
But they decided to keep Brittney because we all know why.
And then it's like, just think about it. Again,
okay.
This is only to black people.
Okay.
I don't, white people, y'all
You gotta tell me what's going on.
Hold on.
Okay.
This is only the black people.
Okay.
White people, if they upset about it, I don't care.
Okay.
I understand.
Okay, what's
But black people, again, quit putting your stupid voices on social media and being upset and making comments that, oh, they just gonna trade a basketball player and leave him. You don't care nothing about no dang on Paul. So quit it.
Right.
And another thing too, just take this if it's here and your cousin Pookie in prison, and all of a sudden Lil Wayne goes to that prison. All of a sudden, the eyeballs are on that prison.
Thank you.
Because so your cousin
Lil Wayne famous,
your cousin Pookie is going to benefit.
Yes,
because Lil Wayne came to his prison.
Right. Just
it doesn't matter that your cousin Pookie is innocent and they let Lil Wayne out. It doesn't matter. Now the attention is on the prison. Now you know Paul's name. None of y'all who are talking had anything to say about Paul
4 years
before Brittney got there.
That man's been there 4 years.
So now you can talk about Paul. So now the eyes are on the prison.
What are the pros and cons?
Okay. First of all, I said that Putin fell down the stairs and pooped his pants.
Okay.
That's embarrassing.
Okay.
That's embarrassing. You're in the middle of a war.
A grown man.
And how did you fall down the stairs? Are you old, perhaps? You don't want to give any chink in your armor.
Okay.
You don't want anybody to think you're weak when you are that type of
down the stairs. That's not good.
And pooping your pants.
I don't remember Hitler doing that.
Well, we don't know. Ask Kanye.
He's crazy.
He studies Hitler. Okay. We could ask Kanye. Did Hitler ever fall down the stairs and poop his pants?
Okay, go ahead.
But anyway, that's one. Number two. Did you read Russia's running out of ammunition? Okay. Russia's running out of ammunition.
Do you think that's one of the reasons why people are upset because we're letting that criminal man go?
Exactly.
Who's good with
weapons. So of course he's gonna be like, give me the drug dealer. I mean the drug dealer, the guns dealer.
Yeah, the man. Because we need some more guns right now. And that's probably what made him go on and take her. Number 3, Horsehead. What's his name? Buckethead lost. Okay.
Herschel Walker lost.
Okay.
That was the last of the frontier. That was the last of the frontier for Trump.
Okay.
Another Trumpster who Trump backed lost.
Okay.
You don't look as good in Putin's eyes anymore.
Yeah, there's no hope for you now.
Before, if I believe if Herschel would have won and a lot of those Republicans who Trump pushed won, she wouldn't be home. Because Putin would have said, we're going to use this as leverage for him to win. We want him to win. We want him in office.
Okay.
So that's my friend.
Okay.
So I want him, and we go horseback riding, wear shirts off together. We want him in office.
Both of y'all fought on the stairs.
But because he's not, and then you got this whole thing with his organization and the taxes. His own daughter is not even with them.
I know. She didn't step aside.
It's too much.
Yeah.
So Putin is like, I can't do this anymore. Get that girl out of here.
That private conversation we had.
There's no reason for her to be here.
Step back.
It's nothing strong enough to hold her.
No, there's no reason for her to be here. So I'm going to the tactic of Give me one of my prisoners.
Exactly. Then you got Biden, old man, sleepy Biden, who has appointed a lot of black women as judicial judges. Mm-hmm. No one cares about that.
Okay.
It's not sexy enough for everybody. People need headlines.
Okay.
They don't care that you put.
What?
They don't
Shade,
care.
Dirt, whatever.
Yeah, they need you to do something that's like big and on the
tree
on the news.
Okay.
No one cares that you put that you've appointed black women as judges all across this country.
I don't know why?
No, because we don't care about stuff like that.
It's just unfortunate.
We have two second attention
Isn't that
spans.
sad? Because there's some other ethnicities care more about our race succeeding than we do sometimes.
Thank you. All we care about, you watched Good Times. If you can do mama jokes, that's it.
When he was running for alderman, he couldn't do your mama joke.
But Alderman Davis could on the Good Times,
and that's what made him win.
See, because you have a sporty suit, you can talk good, you can do all this, you can jab and jib and jab, all of that. That's why they like Trump. That's why they like Trump.
Yes,
who cares? He's nothing for them.
Smart with the tongue, right? Tell you off.
But anyway,
go ahead.
Because Biden is old man Biden, and nobody cares about the black women judges or anything else that he's done. They concentrate on something big you've done. So there are a lot of black people, maybe not the younger ones, but the older ones, like our mom, who see this as huge. Him getting Brittney home.
Right.
My mom sees Joe Biden like, oh my goodness, look what he did.
He helped bring her home. He really didn't do anything.
Well, those are the voters.
Okay.
These older people vote.
Because people are concerned that, when you do a prisoner swapping, it's not always good.
Exactly.
And I think Alyssa brought up that Bush was never one to do that.
Right.
And you do get a little nervous because I swapped my prisoner for yours.
Yes.
Oh.
What they should have done, if they have not done it already, I told y'all last time when they was talking about this, they should have tagged him. Some kind of way. This dude,
while he's asleep or something,
the merchant
or put him out and put something under his chin.
The one that's there letting go, he needs to have some kind of either mental tag in him, that we've done something psychological to him, or physically. What I think is going to happen is they're going to kill him.
Ooh. Who is they?
Putin.
Why?
Because he got a tag on him. That's what I would think. If I was Putin,
him,
I don't think he needs him.
But they said they talked about it on The View in their opinion. They said this man's been in he's been in jail for 10 years. He didn't talk. He's not a snitch.
It don't matter.
So he's loyal.
If I was
I don't
Putin,
know, Kim.
If I was Putin,
why all of a sudden Putin wants to do the exchange?
If I was Putin, I would think they put some in him.
But why would you want to do the exchange? You could have done that and thought that
because I want to abstract what I can from him before we get rid of him.
I just think that he's gonna be used.
All right, y'all just think.
Okay, I see.
You heard it here first.
I see what you're saying.
Some mysterious death.
They may use him first and then get rid of him.
I just feel like
because they got to see where he's coming from. He never talked while he was in prison. They want to see, okay, you're home. Oh, welcome home, buddy. And then, okay, we need you to help us get some more weapons.
And
to
then
help
on
fight
the
Ukraine.
same token, I got a side eye on Brittney because they could have tagged her.
Why would they do that?
She coming back to America. I don't trust nobody nothing. She's coming back to America, and this dude is going to Russia.
She know that? How can they tag her?
I don't know.
That's a surgical thing they would have to do. Put her to sleep.
I don't know.
Get up under her skin.
I don't know. I don't care
because she's not gonna walk away with nothing on her. You think they threatened her?
If they don't have a file on her in America at the FBI or CIA, then they're fools.
Because there's no reason to tag her. She's around athletes. She's at her home.
I don't care. I'm tagging her. I want to see what she does. I want to see who she talks to. I want to see where she goes. Everything. Anything that's on her head, I want to see it. Okay. If I'm in this government.
Okay.
That's my personal opinion. Now, whether they do it or not, we do a lot of stuff that people don't realize we do behind the scenes.
Okay.
She's tagged, I believe.
I don't know how.
Because she was in a Russian prison. It don't matter how long she was there.
See, now you got everybody worried.
Well, they should be. So that's why I told you I see both sides to this. But if it was your cousin Pookie, like I said, you would be happy that he's coming home. So everybody just need to stop and relax.
Let's wait it out. Let's wait it out because I really think Putin's going to use them.
Also, I do think that Paul, they're still
got some plans on. That's why we got to be careful with social media pushing the government to give us an update, blah, blah, blah. Well, you can't tell your secrets. We don't know what's going on with Paul.
We didn't know this was getting ready to happen.
I know.
It shocked all.
We don't know what discussions have been made, what communication has gone forth, that Paul may be on his way as well. We don't know.
And you don't know because, like I said, Russia is running out of ammunition.
Yeah.
How do you know that Paul is a bigger swipe? Okay. You know what I'm saying? Whereas America has something bigger that Russia needs, that they willing to give Russia, that they won't tell us about. It's something. It's something behind the scenes that we are not privy to.
And I'm fine with that.
And we're not gonna.
I know we can't always trust our government, and we want to trust our government, but the people of faith, we have no choice.
Exactly.
That's why you have to pray over those that are in leadership. But I don't want them telling everything.
And you got to understand too, it's military. Paul is an ex-Marine. So now you got the United States military involved. If you don't think the United States military is not involved, they are.
Right. I believe
he's an ex-Marine.
Well, that's what Sonny had to admit on the show today. Her and Whoopi, she said, I got a little nervous because you would want to always know the status and check the status on where the government is at with getting her home. And they knew that they were on top of it because she and Whoopi would be communicating to them and get updates.
Yes.
So you never always hear the news in front of you, but behind the scenes, they're still doing their job.
And if you want to be a person that's kind of, I don't know, go something as far as it being like from our government standpoint, think about it. We're not at the election time now.
Right. We have 2 years, don't we?
He's a bigger fish. Imagine him coming home right before the election. Imagine that.
So the timing could be, hold on.
I got a bigger card, old man Joe. That's how he's going to be like, you're calling me old man Joe. I got a bigger card to pull out. And I'm not putting my best hand on the table yet. We just got here. Poker has started and we got a full night to go, buddy.
Okay.
I pull that card out when I need it. And I don't need that card until I find out what's going on in the election, who's running, what's my numbers look like. And if I need to pull that big giant card out,
we'll see.
That card is coming out right before you vote.
You never know. You can't always put a timing on that.
Can you imagine Fox News? That card pulls out.
Breaking news.
Joe Biden, President Joe Biden just negotiated Paul release. Former Marine.
Yes, released on
just so happens a few months before November 2024.
Well, one of the things though that I wanted to say before we move on to the next story, they were on this story. I don't know how we got on that story when Whoopi made her comment. There was a book. They must have been talking about world leaders and cruel ones and stuff, and being prejudiced and having problems with other people. Other races and other ethnicities.
Yeah.
This actual comment in the book that Whoopi was suggested to read, this is something that, well, I don't know if Kanye reads books.
He said
that he needs to read this book, or somebody needs to read it to him. But the name of the book is Destined to Witness, Growing Up Black in Nazi Germany. And it was a man's eyes wrote this story.
Thank you.
Growing Up Black in Nazi Germany. He didn't, as a kid, realize how they were treated as blacks until the Olympics were Jesse Owens.
Oh yeah.
When they would talk about American blacks, calling them apes and monkeys.
Yeah.
When he saw that Olympian team get off the plane, he was like, they don't look like monkeys.
Thank you.
They look, ooh.
He was excited.
Yes.
And that's why when he keeps saying, that's not just Kanye, but anybody. Why is it that every time somebody talks about Hitler, it's always they talk about him and the Holocaust and the Jews?
It was more than that.
He killed 11 million people. 6 million were Jews.
Yes.
What happened to the other 5?
That's a good book to read.
That's people who were not Jewish that were all these other categories that we talk about. But nobody ever talks about that.
Destined to Witness, Growing Up Black in Nazi Germany.
Thank you.
That's a book that everybody needs to get a hold of and read,
including
Kanye.
And when they keep saying he needs to go to the Jewish Holocaust, no, he doesn't. They keep saying he needs to go to the Jewish Holocaust Museum. No, he doesn't. Yeah. We're all taught the Jewish Holocaust in school. We taught it over and over and over again. We taught slavery over and over and over again. Start talking about the stuff people don't talk about, which is all the other groups that Hitler murdered.
Yes, and heard and talked.
And I know y'all gonna hate this, black people who own slaves.
Yeah.
They don't teach that in school.
No, they don't.
Black people own slaves.
An old episode again of Whitley on Different Worlds.
Thank you.
And
they talked about it.
Jada Pinkett's character came and schooled her on, hey, I found out that your family owned slaves
and
too.
Whitney was like, what?
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
She was hurt.
And she went to an HBCU school and had to learn that. So that should be taught in school too. Yes. If you're going to teach history, teach all of it. That's all I'm saying.
Just teach it all. Don't get rid of it.
Exactly.
Like DeSantis wants to do.
Just teach all of it.
Teach it and learn and grow from it.
Yes.
But that was a book I felt needed to be spoken about because it will help. Hopefully, people that think the way Kanye does as far as the Hitler thing.
Like him.
Come on.
What black person
Hitler didn't like black folks either.
He's Clayton. Nobody thinks like that.
Yes.
He's Dave Chappelle character.
Okay.
Emerald says, hi, ladies. Hey, Emerald. Hey, Emerald. Wendy says, hello, beautiful stars.
Miss Wendy.
Hey, y'all. What's going on? We went on my little rant about the Britney.
We're talking about, of course.
But all I'm saying is, the bottom line is.
But did you go through the pros and cons?
I did.
Okay.
I'm happy that she is. I'm just breaking it down.
No. Did you go through? I need to hear more why blacks are mad.
Because they keep saying that we shouldn't have traded again. Stupid. Okay. We shouldn't have traded Merchant of Death,
a Marine.
No, we shouldn't have traded a Merchant of Death.
Okay.
For just a basketball player. They should have brought Paul home too at least. It's a bad trade.
They saying
that's
2 for 1.
They saying it was a bad trade. Most people.
He should have said the two of them for that criminal man.
Yes, even though Russia was saying no, they were saying that America should have negotiated better. And even though, again, talking stuff over their heads. Okay. If it was their cousin Pookie, it'd be a whole nother conversation.
But then you brought up a good point.
But then the other part was...
They can use that for later leverage.
Right. And then the other part was they felt like...
they had to let her go because they said either one or none.
Yeah, that's what we said, Ma.
She couldn't go either.
They didn't have no other option.
80-year-old. That's an 80-year-old. Joe Biden is a saint. So leave it alone. They're the ones that vote.
Yeah.
Y'all young people, the ones that's making all the comments and talking, half of y'all don't even vote.
But you think Brittany's partner gonna care about what y'all say?
Nobody cares about what anybody says.
And Brittany coming home on the plane?
And then that's the only con, Lenore. They don't have any other cons.
It's weak.
It's a weak con.
It's weak, but then you got Republicans and other people.
For a black person, it's weak.
It's weak.
For a white person, I understand.
You understand.
I understand. Yeah. But for a black person, that's a weak. You didn't even know who Paul was. You don't give a damn about Paul.
I know. 4 years.
You didn't care who Paul was before Brittney got there.
And like I said,
and you don't even care about most of these Marines that's here. If you cared about the Marines, y'all would be more patriotic.
Thank you.
You would be supporting more money going towards military.
Thank you.
You wouldn't want our military practicing and driving in cars that can't even withstand a bomb. So half of the arguments that y'all making, you don't make it all the way across. Now, if you're a Republican and you black, maybe I'll listen to you because maybe you do understand patriotism and money going to the military and military being first. I'm talking to all these woke Negroes who care nothing about military and money going to military, but all of a sudden you care about arms dealers and Paul.
Yes, and Paul.
When your country is an arms dealer.
Don't forget Paul.
Your country is an arms dealer. Did you know that? Woke Negroes? Are you going to move to some other place? Canada, perhaps?
It was
Jamaica, somewhere else?
It was the Brittany story that brought light to Paul. So, okay, we'll move with that.
All of a sudden, they care about guns dealers.
I know.
But they don't care about guns being dropped off in the urban neighborhoods and black kids being murdered every week.
Yes.
But all of a sudden, you care about guns.
We're concerned.
They traded that Merchant of Death for a black basketball player. Merchant of Death. When you got merchants of death marching in the urban communities every single day. And y'all don't say nothing about it. And so shut up.
And one of the things too that Sonny wanted to keep, and I didn't know Sonny was on the board with the WNBA and stuff. Was in connection with that. one of the things too that this story bringing Brittney home, the purpose of why Brittney went there, they need to relook at the contracts that these female athletes are signing, and they're not making much money.
Exactly.
I don't think Brittney or anybody else gonna go to Russia, but why did she go to Russia?
Exactly.
Why do a lot of them go to these other countries to play?
They have
to make the ends meet with the monies that they don't receive as a WNBA player. But the men, millions.
And if it was The Rock over there, they had chiseled a country down to get him back.
Gosh.
If Steph Curry was over there,
actors like Idris.
If Steph Curry was over there,
yeah. Oh God, and LeBron James.
If Idris Elba, with every woman to they'd fly to Russia.
Are you kidding me? Get him.
But because it's a black gay woman,
yeah.
They care that a merchant of death, an arms dealer.
Let go.
So that's what I said. Again, if it's white people, I understand. Whatever, I get it.
They're little complaints.
I get it. But black people,
why
don't tell me about merchants of death and gun sold and all this other stuff. And you don't blow up
unless they're military.
Well, unless you're military. I said military Republican.
Oh, Republicans. Okay.
Don't tell me all of that stuff. And you don't have that same energy with kids being gunned down in black neighborhoods. So shut up.
The gun violence that's been free in our
But all of a sudden you care about the merchant of death. And when you have merchants of death who march through your streets every day. But you don't care about them walking free.
We'll see where this goes, because we got an eye on the gentleman that was let go.
So pretend like and if you are mad, keep it to yourself, like old people say. Keep it to yourself.
Nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all.
If your cousin Pookie come home from prison and he's at the cookout, we don't want to hear what you think about Pookie. Go get you some ribs and shut up.
Right. Sit somewhere and sat down.
Everybody see the side eye. We all know how we feel about Pookie.
That's right.
But you don't need to say nothing. So get off of social media. Quit wrapping your mouths, even if you're not happy about it.
Did they talk about
we don't want to hear it.
Breakfast Club?
Oh, I don't. Yeah, of course.
Was there some negatives on that? Is that how
not from Charlamagne and them?
Okay.
No, you know Charlamagne gonna be like pro-black.
I know. Okay.
So I don't want to hear it.
Go ahead.
All right. I just don't want to hear it because they don't have that same energy with merchants of death who walk through the community every day. They don't have that same energy with them having guns and moving guns and product through the neighborhood.
Thank you.
But you got some kind of issue.
People being gunned down.
With a country letting him go back to Russia, why do you care?
I know, and it's Russia. And
it's Russia.
Like they're really so into our enemies and what they're
at least if she was held in Africa, I can understand. Because y'all will be like, you're just sending back a criminal to Africa and making it worse for the Africans. What do you care? He's a criminal going back to Russia.
I really think Putin will probably be using this man because this man's been faithful.
And Paul will be released.
He has not been a snitch.
Paul will be released when that card is ready to play. It's not ready. It's not time yet.
They gotta. And then too, we don't know what's going on with the whole Ukraine and Russia thing. He may easily come back without any problem. So,
all right, what's this?
Okay, this is that comment that was made. From the actor's name? Theron?
Charlize Theron.
Yeah, and Kim Kardashian has more power than Meryl Streep.
She does.
And this was an uproar with the ladies. They all had their little different opinions.
I know Whoopi not gonna like it because she's an actress.
But the thing is, let's see if the comment is made.
With The Hollywood Reporter, Oscar winner Charlize Theron claims that when it comes to power players in show business, Kim Kardashian has much more pull to get a project off the ground than she or even Meryl Streep does. Because this is an age where reality TV has more value in the entertainment industry. I'd like to speak to that.
Yes, please.
Whoopi not gonna like that. Whoopi not gonna like that. Oh, you answer the phone? Whoopi's not gonna like that, y'all. Because first of all, Whoopi is an actress. So, of course, she's not going to think that Kim Kardashian has more power or more influence in Hollywood than an actual celebrity. But sorry, Whoopi, she does. She does. People care about reality stars more than they care about people who are in the acting field. And you know why? Because we see them every single day. They're on social media. Use us as an example. You guys come here every day. The ones of y'all, hey, y'all that I see y'all in the chat, y'all come here all the time. So you guys are invested in us. Thank you for that. But you go back and you look at our videos and you see things that we've done in the past. You see our family. You're invested in our mom and anybody else that comes through. So you're invested in us as reality. We're really reality people. We're on YouTube. That's reality.
I think the problem that I was having with the discussion and where it was going, Sonny was kind of throwing shade. We're not talking about acting. That's not Kim's her stay in your lane kind of thing.
She's right.
But I kind of see a little bit what Whoopi is saying, but she's talking old school.
What did she say?
As far as you want to hear what she said?
All right. I don't want to play too much of it because
that's right. No, never mind. She pretty much is saying she don't think she thinks that this what's her name? The one that made the comment?
Charlize Theron.
Charlize has even more pull than Whoopi to get things done, get projects done. Yeah. And pretty much, we don't want to argue that. Meryl Streep, we know that's a name that's like out there. And Meryl can come and say, I got a project here, do it.
Exactly.
She even made up some little crazy show, crazy name, ideal. And she said, what if Meryl wants to come in and say, I want to play? They'll give her that.
They'll give it to her.
And she even thinks that men even more so than the women.
She's absolutely right.
But
Tom Cruise said, I want to do a TV show.
But I love how Joy stood up for Kardashian. Joy said, this woman has over 300 million followers.
Thank you.
She gets things done. Their name gets things done. She can come to the table and say, I want to pay for this movie to go out.
Yes.
They're going to go and go, okay, what you got? What you got? What's going on?
Exactly.
Sarah had to bring an understanding to the women, including old school girlfriend. And Sonny, who being funny.
Yeah.
That we're not talking about acting.
Right.
That this is a new day.
It's a new day.
Social media. Followers, they're coming to the table with a whole different set of financial and whatever else Sarah called it.
Yes.
Where you got some money, green, whatever, people, clout to sit at the table and discuss. Some people can't. Like even Jay-Z. Jay-Z is a rapper and a producer, whatever. If he wants to say, I want a movie put out about basketball shoes.
Music is even over actors. Because music, think about it, even with reality, you can listen to music over and over again. I can listen to Drake or whoever anytime I want to.
Right.
And I can go back and listen to them. I'm not going to watch a movie, even though I may watch it more than one time, I'm not going to watch a movie 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 times. I'm just not.
Right.
So music, in my opinion,
some movies I do.
But not all. Not all Meryl Streep.
Oh, no.
And even then, you're not watching it 30, 40 times.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I kind of.
No, you
It's
don't.
A Wonderful Life. I can't even tell you how many times.
But that's one movie. I'm talking about all of Jimmy Stewart.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so an artist, in my opinion, that's why Kanye makes news every time he says something. Because he's a musical artist. I think musical artists are even above actors, in my opinion, because of the fact that we listen to music all the time. But above music artists, I still say top reality stars. Yeah. Even Kanye would say Kim has more clout. You even hear him say that. She's like the most famous woman in the world and all this other stuff he said.
It's such a brand.
It's a brand.
I'm grateful.
There's people who watch Kim Kardashian and young girls and watch Kylie Jenner who don't even listen to Kanye.
Thank you.
They'll follow them.
I'm glad that Whoopi did give the Kardashians their props.
Yeah.
Because their name...
Whoopi or Joy?
Whoopi. Because Joy was building the argument that I think she can come to the table and sit down and have the comment that Whoopi started this discussion with. I think Joy was saying she can. She can go against a Meryl Streep.
She can.
It's not so much in the acting field.
Exactly.
But if she wants to push a project...
It don't even have to be... It can be in the acting field. Let's say Meryl Streep has a movie.
Okay.
And Kim Kardashian has a movie. What do you think is going to be the biggest box office hit?
Kim Kardashian. Her video even showed that.
I wouldn't want to go see it, and that's her acting. Horribly. But she would get a bigger draw than Meryl Streep.
Okay, so here, let me see on the other side of this.
And the ones who don't are actors who have tapped into reality.
Maybe. Okay.
The actors who have tapped into being reality stars, like Will Smith, they get both.
Okay, they have both groups.
Well, since before you slapped Chris Rock.
But remember, you told me we don't realize how many people in this world, when you start liking something and something is still big, even though there's other genres, country music.
Oh, huge.
Country music.
Is this top selling? You think it would be hip hop, wouldn't you? It's not. It's country.
Country music. So I'm wondering if Whoopi is is trying to think of Meryl as a country music person, but she's not.
She's trying to think of her as a country, which is fine.
Okay.
Even in that world, Kim Kardashian is big.
That's what we're trying to say. That's what Joy was saying.
She transcends
into your world, Whoopi.
She transcends black people, white people, country music people, hip hop people, people who listen to rock, people who listen to classical.
Old school.
You old school.
And that's an old school mindset. It took you 11 years to get Till off the ground. These people now, the Kardashians.
Yes. And let me tell you another one that's gonna hurt people's feelings.
What?
These IG models and OnlyFans models. These people make millions of dollars a year. Millions. YouTubers. I know y'all hate to hear it.
I know.
Millions.
Famous being a YouTuber.
Millions.
Making money
a year.
being a YouTuber. I guess she's from the old school of art where a lot of actors
we don't even have that many views and we still make a little bit of money.
Because think about it. Remember the situation that happened with Will Smith and the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and the woman that played his mom, his aunt Vivian. She's a stage actress.
Yeah.
So a lot of times people think you just some little silly comedian or a rapper.
More money.
I studied.
It don't matter. Now she's right when she talks about as far as prestige, the art. If she talks about prestige, she's right. That's what a lot of actors do. Still, they think that. I studied art. I did the stage. I did the lighting and how you move the audience. Meryl Streep has more prestige. Yes, I will agree with that. And YouTubers and musicians and all of that by reality stars, people look down on. By haphazard, they just become. You're famous a millionaire, so what? You still are nobody to them. So she's right. Prestige, she's right. But the difference with the Kardashian, they said Kim Kardashian. They spoke her name. That's not just reality star. Yeah. That's somebody who is actually influential. Yes. So you can't put her in the same category as Nene Leakes. Yeah. Nene Leakes and Kim Kardashian are in two different. Even though they both are like. But I understand what Whoopi's saying. But the Kardashians are not just reality stars. And that's what Joy was saying. You got to understand where the name, the brand, that Nike brand. They're Did she not understand they're billionaires? Not one of them. Like three of them are. I don't think that's in her head. I think their little sister is a billionaire on her own. I want to say on the side of Whoopi, I think she's thinking again. It's your lane, and you're professional in that lane. Yeah, you're known in that lane. You're respected in that lane. But even you can get things done in that lane. And even then, Kim Kardashian could fall and lose everything. That's what. Yeah. Her husband proved that. Her ex-husband. Yeah. Elon Musk can lose everything. Yeah. The richest man in the world. Mm-hmm. So we are in a generation now where you can have the most and you can lose the most. You can have $145 billion and then in a month's time, you be broke. Right. Exactly. One day you can say the wrong thing and that your whole platform is everything. Kim, so even though Kim Kardashian is, in my words, more influential, she could be brought down to size because if she says the wrong thing or does the wrong thing, it's taken away from her. And this is so funny because if they were to even sit down and talk to Meryl Streep, she'll probably say agree too. Yes. She said Kim Kardashian. Of course. Meryl Streep's daughters would say that. Mom, I love you, but you're not a Kardashian. You're not a Kardashian, Mom. So, okay. I think she has said something like that. Has she? I've heard Meryl Streep say something along the lines of her daughters or something when she wasn't cool or something. So she knows. She's old school too. She knows though. But she knows she don't have it like that. Okay. Yeah, she knows. So we got to move on as the dinosaurs and let, Yeah. My mom would always say in the church, the Moses generation needs to die out and let the Joshua generation come on. You know how you know step out and walk into a store. If there's a frenzy and everybody goes crazy, then you know. If everybody go, oh, there's Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh. Okay.
There's Meryl Streep.
It depends on the age.
No, even somebody young.
No, I'm saying older people will probably be a little frenzy.
No. They'll go, oh, that's Whoopi Goldberg.
I wonder what she sounds like.
They're not going to scream and knock over things and murder each other to get there.
Okay.
All right. That's how you know if you're hot or not.
Okay.
Oh, God. Speaking of hot or not.
What has Pastor Jamaal done now?
You don't know this story, do you? Pastor Jamaal Bryant shares ideal of drawing black men to church by raising cannabis.
And why just black men? Like, not women too?
I guess he feel like it ain't no man in church, so he needs to
draw black men to church.
So sell weed, I guess. And then,
okay.
While discussing his efforts to spread the word of God to different groups of people, Jamaal Bryant, the senior pastor at New Birth Missionary Baptist Church near Atlanta, unveiled a new idea, promoting a cannabis cultivation. The pastor, who has appeared on The Real Housewives of Potomac, right there, you should know that, right? Alongside Giselle Bryant, his ex-wife, made his revelation during an appearance on Cool Soror with Rashawn Ali. In the podcast, Ali. Okay. In the podcast's latest episode, which premiered on Wednesday, Jamaal spoke on how he's leading in this effort to try to change the narrative surrounding churches' stances on social matters. You got whatever you get on your teeth.
I'll pick my lip.
I'm mindful that I'm not after Christians, he says. I'm after people who don't go to church. And a lot of churches are just recycling people from other churches. That's true. That's not who I'm after. He's then elaborated on this by making quite the proclamation. I'm looking for people that smell like weed. In response to the host, Rashad Ali's visible shock, the pastor explained his position. New Birth is the largest land-owning black church in America. I didn't know that. They're the largest land-owning church in America.
Well, land-owning.
Land. And so my position to my deacons is, why aren't we not raising cannabis?
So he wants to use that land to grow it.
Brian went on to list the different reasons why he thinks the church diving into this new area can be beneficial. I'll be able to bring in black males. They're able to do it legally. I'm teaching them farming. I'm helping them to enhance the ecosystem. This is the kind of conversation. So if the guy, black boy in Bankhead said, hey, they growing weed at the church. Where do I join?
Where do I join?
I don't need.
That just be working.
I don't need no pamphlet for him. He coming in. And that's the group that I'm going after.
But is he going after just to give them jobs and give them a place to work?
I guess he feel like this to get them in, and then he'll preach to them when they get there.
They may still work and go home. They may not still come and hear you. They may not want to still hear you.
People on social media jumped on the subject once word began spreading. A lot of the reactions indicated that while some found it funny, they also thought it was odd. Juicy Genius says, they growing weed at the church?
Wow. I don't even
Somebody said, now selling weed is permissible in the church? Okay, sounds like a money grab to me.
Yeah, that's money. Because he will make a lot of money.
He gonna make a ton of money.
You don't even need to be with the church to do it. Why you got to involve the church? You're trying to...
Because the land. He has that land.
Oh, because it belongs to the church. He's trying to tie it in.
Somebody said, make sure there's plenty of food options after church.
I know, because
folks gonna be hungry.
Yeah, a lot of fried chicken. Dinners. I don't even know. It's just weird to me.
Jamaal Bryant saying he wants to grow marijuana on the church grounds is legitimate. Legitimate. The craziest thing I've ever heard in my life.
It's very weird to me that out of all the things Pastor Jamaal Bryant can do,
Isn't
he
it hard
wants
to
to grow a cannabis farm. He can start a community garden, build a homeless shelter or food pantry, even private learning academies or daycares. But you want to grow weed, huh? Yeah, it makes you go, huh? What's the motive? You really trying to reach these people's
No,
hearts?
he's not. No, he's not.
You really not trying to reach those men's hearts.
Somebody said he need a Boondocks episode.
You know. I really don't know, Jamaal. You kind of went out there.
Somebody says, as a Christian, I say this in the nicest way possible. How is Jamaal Bryant still in leadership?
Thank you. Yeah, the nicest way. What does that say?
Jamaal Bryant wants to produce weed to draw men to his church. Jesus Christ never drew man to him by drugs or earthly things.
Thank you.
But by the Holy Spirit.
Jamaal is led to preach by Satan, not Christ. Therefore, he is no pastor of God, a blind man leading the blind. Yeah, people were drawn by the Holy Spirit.
Where did Jesus start saying, oh, maybe he talking about because he did the wine and the...
That was at a wedding ceremony. And then when the people were gathered to hear him minister, he fed them. He knew that they were there for a long time. People get hungry. They don't think, their heads get lightheaded. That fish, the 2 fishes and the 5 loaves of, what is it? 2 pieces of fish and 5. How he multiplied that? Because he wanted to feed their natural man so their spirit man can be fed as well. But he didn't do it by any kind of drugs or any kind of
And also, too, when you keep talking about how Jesus went among the men and he went around the houses and stuff, the houses are...
Yeah.
He didn't partake.
No. He didn't.
He wasn't sitting there going, let me go in this whorehouse and after I finish with one of them, then I'll come back out and preach to y'all.
And minister to y'all. I'll become all things till I may win one. I hear a lot of people use that scripture. I become all things.
So that's what he's saying.
In order to win.
That's what he's saying.
What do you mean you become all things?
So you want to be this in order to draw men in. And you're supposed to be using the Holy Spirit.
The Holy Spirit
How about
does
do
the
that?
drawing.
How about do that more?
It's the Holy Spirit that does the drawing. We're lights. We're vessels.
So the reason why I agree with you that you don't have any new people in church. All y'all doing is manufacturing the same people.
Go outside the church.
But how about y'all change the church? Not by that, but by change, like this lady said.
Build a center.
Do more for the community.
Basketball camp or something where the guys like to play, or somewhere where they can do things in sports events or something.
We went to a church in the city, and a lot of black men were there because we added. Remember, we added a sports center across from our church.
They watched the game after the church.
And they went and they watched the game and they had fun and they wore their jerseys during Sunday service.
Yes.
And you would have fun. And that's how you do it, not growing cannabis.
And say you giving them jobs. You still haven't proven that even giving these men jobs that they're going to stay and listen to you preach the gospel.
Right. And then they're going to be so high they can't even go to church.
Let's move on.
See how stupid he is.
Thank you, people of God.
All right, so that's it. That's Jamaal Bryant.
Okay. He's controversial. He's always been.
Retail theft at Walmart may lead to raised prices and store closures. I'm not going to read the whole story, but the CEO of Walmart, they tired of these smash and grabs.
Oh, wow. A lot has been happening, huh?
They tired of these.
Walmart?
They tired of these smash and grabs. Let's see if they even show it. They're going to show a commercial ahead of time. Let's see.
Retail thefts. Some retail giants, including Walmart, say they may have to start raising prices and closing stores. As Eyewitness News reporter David Gonzalez says, local stores are facing the same challenges.
The potting shed in Old Town Orange is more than your...
Other stores are getting hit too with these smash and grabs.
No.
These smash and grabs are getting big.
They're causing us to go economy
So
problems.
the CEO of Walmart is saying they're going to have to close some Walmarts or they're going to have to raise prices because of these smash and grabs.
So if they're making it harder for the community, either way, less stores, you got to travel further away to go get it, or the prices are being jacked up and people are already still going through the pandemic problems, losing their jobs.
Emerald says that's actually a really good idea to have a sports center. It was. We had that.
We had a sports center.
And a lot of guys, and they had games.
We called it the Lighthouse.
Yeah, it was a lighthouse or something.
And the youth had their thing, and they did that. We actually had a show. We had a TV show that came on every week. Yeah, it's like a soap opera. It was a Christian soap opera.
Yeah.
So people was involved in that. Boy, he didn't do that instead of doing some weed. What is wrong with him?
Thank you.
Oh, go ahead.
All right. But anyway, smash and grabs are big.
That's
now.
not good.
So here's the thing.
Is there a way you
can't you just have better security?
That's what I'm saying. Is there a way to get if you can get a smash and grab? Well, it may hurt other people because if they come in there and you lock the doors, then they may have weapons and hurt people.
And I agree
because if this is at nighttime.
No, if
this is at nighttime when the stores are closed, the moment those windows crash, bars need to come down and keep them locked in the store until security and police officers come. That's what I'm saying. That's the only thing I can think of.
It said each store location has security measures in place, but the other part of the equation is partnership with the local enforcement agencies to hopefully correct the issue over time. I almost agree with you as far as having more of a lockdown situation, but what if you in the store? You got to be locked down with a bunch of criminals?
That's the only thing. If they're doing it at nighttime, because some of these smash and grabs are during the day as well.
They do it all the time.
But if they're doing it at nighttime and the stores are closed, I'm thinking some alarm should go off with bars come down and it covers every window and every door. And they're locked in the store. So I don't know.
I think they should have better security. Yeah. When there is a smash and grab, I think if you have real police officers there, somebody getting stung. Not everybody getting out. And the one that gets stung is going to talk. All right, what group you with?
He probably won't talk.
Then you're going to take, then you go down for everybody.
One at a time.
No, you go down for everybody.
No, I'm saying we'll just have to get you guys
right.
one at a
you,
time.
One dude. Or female, whoever, you get to take all the merchandise that was stolen. It all goes on your tab. So when we put you in prison, you're going to go forever. You're not going for a little petty crime. You got 3 T-shirts in your hand. That's not what's going. Because you're the fat guy that couldn't get out in time. All the skinny people ran fast. You're the lazy one or the crooked-legged one or the fat one that couldn't get out in time. Now you're stung. You fell out. You got to go to jail, not for the 3 T-shirts that's in your hand, but for everything. TVs, electronics, all of that.
If we can think of a way to get these guys when they do a smash and grab,
and it doesn't matter what color. Everybody's doing smash and grabs.
They're all doing it. Female,
male, white,
they're
black,
doing it
Latino,
in groups.
Asian.
They're even doing that.
Everybody doing them.
And the sad thing about it, they know that a crowd is hard to
They
contain.
Can't catch everybody.
And they're doing it even on the streets. They're doing the car. Chicago's having that car racing wheeling in the middle of the street. And there'll be a bunch of people. Or they'll all walk down Michigan Avenue in swarms of people group. What can you do?
Emerald says, or that one who runs into the glass window. Yes. Remember we showed you that?
Knucklehead.
They should have grabbed him up and he should have been the one that took the fall for everybody.
So I don't know.
All right. So that's the end with that one. So we don't know. That's just on the list. So if you start seeing Walmart's closed, y'all will know why. Man. Or pricing going up. It's because of all these smash and grabs.
That's crazy.
Celine Dion says she has a stiff person syndrome and cancels and reschedules her 2023 tour. You heard about this?
No, what is
this? It's rare. Celine Dion,
bother her singing as well?
Celine Dion is revealing more health news that will affect the dates of her world tour. The singer said that she's been diagnosed with a neurological disorder called stiff person syndrome. In an emotional Instagram video Thursday, the singer said that the symptoms are what have been causing her to have severe muscle spasms in the past. The spasms affect every aspect of my daily life, sometimes causing difficulties when I walk and not allowing me to use my vocal cords to sing the way I'm used to. I have to admit it's been a struggle. All I know is singing. It's what I've done all my life. So this is a rare thing. I think it's a 1 in a million. SPS. 1 in a million. Stiff person syndrome, SPS. And what I hear is it stiffs you up.
It's like you...
Yeah, it gets worse and worse till you almost turn into like they were saying a statue.
That's what I was saying. I don't want, like when some of us have joint issues and our finger goes down, like something like this, and it hurts. I don't know if that's considered.
It turns you into a living statue.
But it's affecting her vocal cords.
It's affecting her vocal cords.
That is her life. That's her life.
I have a team of doctors working alongside me. Oh, where'd I have it at? Where'd it go? I have a team of doctors working alongside me to help me get better, Dion said. I'm working with my sports medicine therapist every day to build back my strength and my ability to perform again. So I don't know. We need to read up. Is there a cure for this?
I didn't even think that's what that is. I know some people have problems with their muscles and spasms and their hands stiffen up, or I didn't even know it was this bad. They can be this bad of a level of
isn't that something?
pain.
So she has that
because she's a cool person.
Yeah, pray for Celine Dion, you guys.
Beautiful voice, beautiful spirit. Lost her husband, right?
Yeah,
some years ago.
Yep. So pray for Celine Dion. She has this rare disease. I don't know if it's a cure for it or not.
I know.
But she has it, and it turns you into a human statue.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Emerald says she has had a hard time ever since her husband passed away. Yeah, we were just saying that, Renee.
Yep, her husband, her love.
So pray for Celine Dion, y'all.
Okay. That she, gets healed.
String of electrical grid attacks in specific Northwest. You talked about the other day, North Carolina.
Yeah. I think it was Charlotte.
This is the electrical
shoot up or somebody came and vandalized it.
The electrical grid has been physically attacked at least 4 times in Oregon and Western Washington since late November.
I don't know what people are thinking.
Causing growing alarm for law enforcement as well as utility responsible for parts of the region's critical infrastructure. I keep talking about the fact that our country's infrastructure is not good, you guys.
Anybody can tamper with it.
And when the election time comes, be ready for 2024. You're going to see more of these attacks on our electrical grids. Really? I believe it's going to come from other countries as well.
Oh, wow.
That's why we prep. Make sure you have alternative sources for your power. Make sure you have alternative sources for food. Build up your pantries with stable food, not food that expires, but like beans and rice and canned items that last for 6 or 7 years.
Yeah.
Make sure you do that. We have a channel that we talk about. I need to start updating it.
Yes.
But we have a channel, if you look on our page,
because
it talks about prepping.
Catastrophes is even happening this way. This is not from a tornado.
This is
or
inside.
Hurricane. This is somebody do.
So again, guys, have alternative water, all of that. A water filter system, not just water, but a water filter system.
That's important.
All right.
Wow.
This lady.
This is our donkey.
This your donkey of the day.
Thank you.
See, I have other stories, but I don't have time, so I'll do those tomorrow.
Okay, you do.
Donkey of the day. No, hour. No, she's donkey of the day.
Okay, got it.
A woman in Belfast, Ireland, who tattooed her eyeballs purple and blue is now losing her eyesight, according to the Daily Mail.
What makes you think touching your eyelids, your eyeball, you not causing damage to your eyes in your vision?
Anea, I think, Peterson was hospitalized after her eyelids began swelling shut.
I tell you.
And she is now facing permanent blindness.
She blind herself. Isn't that sad? What was the purpose of? You could have worn the contacts.
The 32-year-old law student shared a video on TikTok about her decision. A law student about her decision to tattoo her eyeballs, and said she was inspired by an Australian tattoo model, Amber Luke, otherwise known as the Blue-Eyed White Dragon, because of her tattooed eyeballs. Peterson, who had to have eye surgery and is facing permanent blindness, now regrets her eye tattoos.
Oh, gee, you regret them now.
It was traumatizing to go through. I just remember thinking, I'm not doing this. With the eye tattoo. I'm definitely not doing this blank again. This is your donkey of the day. You wanted to know who the donkey of the day is?
Big donkey.
This is Charlemagne the God's donkey of the day from the Breakfast Club. My eyelids started to swell and my bottom eyelid started to swell. It kept getting worse and worse. I looked like I'd done 10 rounds with Mike Tyson. Peterson, who also has a split tongue, as well as several face and body piercings, was temporarily blind for 3 weeks. Her 7-year-old daughter warned Peterson she could go blind. Her
7-year-old, more wisdom than the mom.
And now the mother of 5 wishes she only tattooed 1 eyeball instead of 2. In other words, I'm willing to go blind in one eye, but not both. It's something wrong with her.
Yeah.
One TikTok user commented, "Your daughter knew better than you."
She's a mother, too.
Another said, "It's supposed to be mama knows best." Poor baby.
Oh, my God.
Emerald says, "I don't feel sorry for this person. Not to be mean. You're absolutely correct. She's an idiot."
And she's a mother of 5 kids.
And the ophthalmologist told Peterson she is at risk of contracting high risk of contracting glaucoma, and that her vision is also clouded with hundreds of thousands of floaters. The law student said that she has lost her 20/20 vision and can no longer see people's facial features from a distance.
She wanted to tattoo her eyes, copying someone else from another country.
Who had problems. The lady who she's copying had problems.
Why would you put any kind of anything on your eye?
Well, she'll tell you. When asked why she tattooed her eyeballs, Peterson said she did it just to be at home watching television. That makes no sense.
That makes no sense to me.
And she got 5 kids.
Something's not right. When she's tattooed her face, too. Something's not right with her. And you say she has a split tongue?
And she has a split tongue. So that's your donkey of the day.
You guys who understand people's mental stability, is something not right with her, is it? It can't be. Because if you doing this to yourself, there's something, a void. There's a void missing that she's feeling. This is filling it. And it's unfortunate that she's messing her eyes up now. A law student. I'm done with people.
That's your donkey of the day.
That is truly a donkey.
All right,
They
y'all.
be finding some real good donkeys.
Yes. All right, that's it.
Okay.
That Brittney Griner took a lot out of me.
Did it?
Just black people just being stupid.
I was just surprised when you told me that anybody
don't talk about
I
it.
expect the normal people to be negative.
Even if you feel it, don't say it. Don't post it on social
politicians,
media.
Republicans, people that don't agree with Biden and everything he does or says.
But don't say that on social media.
Folks is mad
because y'all don't say nothing about all the guns being pulled in the neighborhoods and all of that.
That same passion, that same, So
energy. Don't say nothing now. Mm-hmm. All right, that's it. Anything else? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Check out our new channel, Woods Relax Sleep Sounds. Hopefully you listened to it last night.
No.
How come every day?
I keep forgetting for you to show me how to get to the page to see all.
So let's see if tomorrow she says no.
Okay,
we'll see tomorrow. Hopefully one day you'll say yes.
I did say yes. I did 2 of them. I just haven't continued. I need to.
But I'm going to ask every day. So that's what I'm saying. So yes.
Okay.
All right. Till we get 1,000 subscribers and get it monetized.
And you're saying it has to be a brand new one.
For you, yes. Okay. If you're going to listen to it on your same thing.
Okay.
All right, y'all. Always believe. And that was another Woods Report. See y'all later.